Senator Chuck Schumer massively overplayed his hand. The New York Democrat is pulling every trick in the book to sabotage Donald Trump, but one phone call turned into the biggest mistake of his life. Liberals are losing their minds over Donald Trump appointing the replacement for Justice Anthony Kennedy. Kennedy was the swing justice who cast the deciding vote in reaffirming abortion on demand and homosexual marriage. The court's ability to impose a radical social agenda is in peril, and Democrats are insisting their leaders wage total war to derail Trump's nominee. But Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is stuck between a rock and a hard place, because he led an ill-fated filibuster on Justice Neil Gorsuch's nomination. Republicans changed the rules to eliminate the filibuster for Supreme Court nominations. That leaves Schumer no procedural tools to block the nominee's confirmation. So the New York Democrat tried a different tactic. Schumer reportedly phoned President Trump to discuss filling the seat vacated by Justice Kennedy. During the course of the call, Schumer pleaded with President Trump to select Merrick Garland, the doomed nominee selected by President Obama to replace Justice Antonin Scalia. Sources informed the Post about the contents of the brief call. The Washington Post reported, Senate Minority Leader Charles E. Schumer, DNY, privately urged President Trump in a phone call earlier this week to nominate federal Judge Merrick B. Garland, then President Barack Obama's third nominee to the Supreme Court. WHO was summarily shunned by Senate Republicans in 2016, to replace retiring Justice Anthony M. Kennedy. Trump had called Schumer on Tuesday afternoon for a Supreme Court-centered conversation that lasted less than 5 minutes, according to a person familiar with the call. Schumer, the person said, pressed the president to name Garland to succeed Kennedy, arguing doing so would help unite the country. The call was likely so short because Schumer's suggestion of Garland was probably the biggest joke Trump's ever heard. Democrats like Chuck Schumer don't care one bit about uniting the country. If they cared about national unity, they would not have spent every waking minute since the election promoting a half-baked conspiracy theory about Russian collusion in order to delegitimize Trump or even drive the president from office. The only thing Schumer cares about is using the court to advance the left's radical social agenda. There will be cases challenging Roe or defending religious liberty. Trump's selection replaces Kennedy, who affirmed and created the rights to an abortion and homosexual marriage. The left's legal project to destroy traditional American values by judicial fiat is at risk. Schumer figured he could prey upon their shared New York upbringing and President Trump's desire to get positive headlines by putting forth Garland's name as a potential nominee. But Trump, as anyone would have expected, rejected the idea out of hand. The president has narrowed his short list down to 3 candidates, with the eventual selection announced tonight at 9 p.m. We will keep you up to date on any new developments in this story.